a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you like my videos, please subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to. Enjoy the video. Alright, exclusive classroom lesson, Caruana's chess secrets. Now, I've already covered the first 4 sections, so today I will cover the 5th section of the article. How to deal with pressure. Alright. Alright, so first of all, thanks for the opportunity. I was wondering, how do you deal with pressure? Because I myself get pretty nervous before a competition, match, and I can't imagine how it might feel when playing a candidates or even for a world championship. Caruana says, yeah, that's a very important thing. Pressure, stress, it affects everyone. It's just a totally human side to chess that everyone is dealing with this, and some people react to it better than others. Interesting point. Those are inherent traits that you can't really entirely change, but you can work on. I think it is helpful to realize that if you're under pressure, it is a very high chance that your opponent is also under pressure. Chess is in some ways an individual game that we're all on our own and at the board, but we also have to think about it not just from a purely individual point of view, but also that our opponents are dealing with all the same things. They also don't want to lose, and they are afraid of losing, and they're worried about what's going to happen, and if they'll get surprised in the opening, if they'll blunder, all these things. So I think that's helpful to realize that it's not just something that you struggle with, it's something that everyone from the top level down, including all your opponents, will also struggle with. Picture of Fabiano, again from the amazing Maria and Emilianova. In terms of, say, purely concrete ways of dealing with it, I think that, let's say you go to a sports psychologist and they might give you some methods, some breathing exercises, things like that, that might help deal with stress and pressure because it is something that is in your head. It's something that can be released. There are physical ways of dealing with it. So I took some sessions with a sports psychologist a few years ago. Alright. We went through breathing exercises and dealing with these issues. It's also something that comes with experience. And also comes partly with we naturally become more nervous or stressed when we're dealing with a new situation. That's just a normal thing. That's not just in chess, but it's our first time speaking in public, or the first time running a marathon, or that I've never run a marathon. It's going to be more nerve-wracking the first time. A fair point. So the more games you can play, and the more deal with important tournament games, more tournament situations where you're potentially playing for some big money, or playing for your final norm, or you're going to get the master title with this game, whatever the goal is, whatever your goal is, the first time will always be the most nervous and nerve-wracking, and with time and experience, you will just be naturally better adjusted to deal with these things. So that's something that, just as humans, we adjust to through trial and error. Practice will also help with that, but yeah, it's something that everyone has to deal with. It's not just, I know it's definitely feels very personal at the time you're stressed and under a lot of pressure, but it's something that everyone is dealing with. Then Danny adds, so is that like the equivalent of if you're on stage, just picture everybody naked, everybody else is more embarrassed than you, that makes you feel better? That's the kind of advice? Yeah, I've never tried that one. Alright. That's how I get through my shows. I just imagine everyone watching me is naked and it makes me feel a lot better. Just kidding, moving on. Yeah. But yeah, I have heard of this one before, though. just but it was more in like a elementary school kind of thing. But yeah, it never really worked for me. I don't think. But yeah, I think everything said in this section of the article is pretty fair. Yeah, and I do think. And I do agree with Fabiano, whatever he says, that sometimes like the whole pressure and stress that you feel, is just actually in your head. And um, I feel like a lot of the time, if you just um, like, I know for me, whenever I enter competitions, and that sort of thing, I just focus on like, is my average play like, what is my average play like, right? Is my average play good? Yeah, if yes, then I don't really need to worry, or have stress or anything like that, so we definitely know how Fabio de-stressed before he played that one game against Gary. He took Delta 8 for sure. Yeah, no kidding.